All right. Welcome to the Sunday live stream. It is September 14th, 2025. We're going to have a good show today. We are. I know it doesn't seem like it because of the topics, but regardless, I think we will have a very productive stream today with your help included, of course. Without you guys, the stream just doesn't chug the same. It doesn't move along. It doesn't flow the same. So, I need you guys active today. We got Eduardo already in the stream. Evil Ryu's pretty much the only SA. Why can't I think of what that is? SA recolor I would want right now. Really? So Evil Ryu. Well, first of all, Evil Ryu is technically his own character. So I don't know if that's a recolor. I don't know if that really counts as a recolor because he is technically. Oh, Storm Arena. Okay. He is his own character. I don't know that that's necessarily a recolor. But we are going to talk about Storm. We did get confirmation, as mentioned in the last live stream, that they will be attending New York Comic Con. Do they have enough? I mean, they've revealed enough that you feel like they should have some sort of con exclusive. When are we going to start getting the exclusives for Storm? They have a ton of them. Like, if you go back through the archives of Storm, they have so many, like, repaints and Player 2s, exclusives, things like that, that I do feel like they should have something for this year's New York Comic Con. If not, at the very latest, next year's, but I feel like this year would be the time. And then, is Jada getting too expensive for what it is? And how high would you go on Jada figures before you tapped out? I'd like to know that because, as mentioned and as observed on prior streams, we've talked about Cammy at Entertainment Earth being $32.99. So, we're going to talk about that. What if the big reveal at New York Comic Con is Storm Arena Mortal Kombat? I might actually die. I'm definitely think that is a Laser Pants in the building, by the way. Celebrity sighting. Laser Pants, appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to do a face cam eventually. I don't know. The thing is, with the action figure community, my face does definitely not match my voice. I had two dudes that I was talking to that ended up finding my face, and they're like, dude, you do not match. I think a lot of people got in their head that I'm like some little skater kid thing. Like, I sound younger than I look, so. But yeah, I am going to do the face cam eventually. But shout out to Laser Pants. Beautiful stream last night. My God. Not often that you get Ryan from Hasbro, or formerly Hasbro, to sit down and chat, so that was cool. Interesting. Richie has 3 goatees, factual, and braided at that. So, 3 goatees braided, very Viking-esque, if you will. That's how I roll. So, real quick, we're going to get something on the board, because I'm sure you guys love staring at nothing. The main thing I wanted to talk about, first of all, was going to be Storm Arena. They gotta have something for Comic-Con, I think, and interesting fact, I've mentioned it many times before, that Storm Collectibles, back in the day, started their Sagat with a con exclusive. They started with the Player 2 back in 2019. It was Sagat, the Super Tan White Short Edition at San Diego Comic-Con. This year, did they start right where they left off and start with Player 2? Because we have already seen Purple Short Sagat, and then out of nowhere it went blue. So did they jump the gun and show us an exclusive too fast? You sound like a cross between Toy Shiz and Sir Dork. I've actually gotten somebody thought I was Toy Shiz. I'm not. Toy Shiz has a deeper voice than me, unfortunately. But hey, I could do YouTube with no face cam forever, and people think I'm 15. So that works for me, I guess, in the longevity of scheme and things, I guess. And I don't know that I've actually watched. I've heard of Sir Dork. I'm aware of his presence. I know the name. But I don't know that I've actually seen any of his content. Not by choice, but. See, we've seen this before, folks. We've seen it. We know it exists. It's right here. It was the first thing they ever showed us. Purple shorts. I think this could be very possible, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. Star Screamer, what up, man? Weekly Jada funeral. It's not a Jada funeral celebration. It's not. It's not, but I am getting concerned about them. The no-show at New York Comic Con, the more expensive price at Entertainment Earth, and then still have zero pre-orders for the second wave that's supposed to hit this year. Again, as we inch closer and closer to October, from every pre-order, it's a 2-month turnaround. I'm starting to wonder if they even get the figures out by 2025. Like, we don't see the rest of them until 2026. That very well could be a thing, but no one ever wants to acknowledge it. I will, though. Storm will annihilate Jada at New York Comic Con. Well, that's because Jada's not going to New York Comic Con. Also very scary. That Sagat is a thing of beauty. Yeah, and they even got rid of the thing everybody was complaining about. The little slits ab crunch thing there at the bottom. They got rid of that too, so they were clearly listening. So, yeah, I thought one of the questions... Again, if you guys don't know Laser Pants and the 3POA podcast, I'd go check it out. Just 3POA. Type it in. Go give it a quick follow. Great stream last night. I thought it was hilarious that someone asked if they knew who Anthony's Customs was. Like, you think everybody... I feel like they give these YouTubers way too much credit. Like, Hasbro's sitting there watching YouTube all day, wondering what the community is saying. They do not care. They don't care about the community, I promise you. If one YouTuber said that they're not buying action figures anymore, they are not even a drop in the water to Hasbro. They would not care, nor do they care about us. I mean, I'm sure they have some, like, ear on the ground, but I think some YouTubers and the community thinks they're constantly listening. I don't think they are, and it was pretty evident last night, but... Jada's issues right now could be because of all the shipping and tariff fiasco. Yeah, but how much do they get a pass compared to every other company that has to deal with that? That's where I'm like, Storm Arena has to do that same thing, and so does Hasbro, and so does McFarlane. Well, I don't know where they ship from, but how much of them do they get a pass compared to the other companies? That's where I'm like, Utah. Yeah, Utah's been in the news for all the wrong reasons this week, unfortunately. Hey, at Darth Gutierrez. Hey. What up, Darth? Yeah, that question about Anthony was funny. Like, he lives rent-free in Hasbro's minds or something is insane. I'm passing up on Jada's Sagat and getting Storm Arenas instead. That's fair. It's fair. But at the end of the... God, they're so different in comparison. It's really like... I know that they're the same scale, but when you look at the two, it's really different, man. It really is. Like, when you look at these compared... Like, even next to... I consider Jada more like Marvel Legends. When you put Sagat next to this Captain America, they don't even look like they're in the same universe. Like, they're from a different realm. They're not supposed to be standing next to each other, and that's kind of what it looks like when you put one of these next to Jada, unfortunately. Hold on. I'm trying to find that other one. Very true. Technically speaking, the Alpha Sagat purple shorts is the player 1 color in the Alpha. The blue, I think, is just a tweak of the purple because in Alpha there is no blue short Sagat. Then what is this picture? What was I just... I had it up at the start of the stream. What is that picture, then? Yo, Black Void, what's going on? I think Jada and S Storm Arena are very good next to each other. Oh, really? Let's pull up that picture real quick. That looks great, by the way. Look at the size. That looks great, by the way. We've seen purple shorts. We have. I think it could be a San Diego. Everyone says Evil Ryu. I actually wouldn't be shocked if they didn't give us another exclusive. But I'm trying to find that one picture I had. Damn it, where the hell did it go? I lost it. It's gone. I think... I already read that. Okay. Also, before we even go on... that's another thing. I wonder about Storm Arena. We just saw so much of the purple, right? We saw the purple too much for it not to be showing up somewhere. It takes a long time to... Well, I don't know. I don't know if Storm's quality is better. When you put a Jada next to a Storm, it doesn't really look the same. There's definite differences, right? So, here's Jada, here's Storm. They do not look the same. There's definitely, like, one looks more cartoony than the other. One on the left looks more anime. The one on the right more looks like... I don't know. Which one do you guys like better out of this one, by the way? I'm getting both Balrogs, Storms, and Jadas. Yeah. Bootleg versus real. Just say it. That's not what I'm going to say. Because I feel like it's just different. It's just different. It's like putting up SH Figuart Spider-Man next to a Hasbro or a Marvel Legend. It's different. It's not one's bootleg versus real. Storm's more like a premium figure. Yeah, I don't know. The Storm Arena Chun-Li looks so much better. I hate this. I mean, there's room for both of them, right? There is. But at the end of the day, it's like... Okay, Jada's not going anywhere. They're not. I mean, I wonder if Jada is taking on too much. And I've said that before. I have to repeat myself a lot, but I feel like they're taking on too many properties, and they don't have the staff to cover it all. All of a sudden, Storm Arena has just blasted by Jada as far as figures they're putting out. Like, it's like Marvel Legends versus McFarlanes. See, the difference is the price. Like, the quality is obviously going to be different between the two when there's a price. Okay, again, these are also first mock-ups, but they're just different stylistically. And we've said that, right? Jada has lazy sculptors that do not emphasize on detail, unlike Storm's. I mean, lazy is a strong word of choice, but we can... That's an opinion for sure. It's not lazy. I would say maybe different. Lazy's crazy to say, but okay. We could throw that in there. You're comparing brands that are different quality. They can't be compared. What? Storm and Jada? Which one? Okay, maybe the SH Marvel Legends. That's an unfair one because of the price difference. But these two are same price-wise. This is definitely a fair comparison, for sure. And who's to say that one's not spending more than the other on different areas? Maybe Storm spends more on their paint and deco and stuff, where Jada focuses more on sculpt. They have the same line. Of course, they'll be compared. Nash Storm, so beautiful. Adding detail requires effort, therefore lazy not to do so. It also requires more money. Who has a bigger budget? Jada or Storm? That's also something that we don't talk about. It costs money to make these figures, and it costs money to put the shading and the sculpting and the differences. So, I mean, there's that, but they're priced at virtually the same right now. In fact, Jada is, I think, a little bit more expensive at the moment, right? So you go over here. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot. I don't know. I have questions about the next one. But regardless, what I was working on, and I didn't actually get to... Did I end up doing that? Hold on. I'll let you guys see behind the scenes what I was working on, but I ended up giving up on it. But I was working on a... I was gonna do, where is it? I was gonna make, Evil Ryu, and then I gave up. I was like, I could just do Sagat, because I think that's who's gonna show up anywhere. Making better sculpts does not require extra money unless it's about the talent doing it, though. I don't know enough to really comment on that. It may... Making more sculpt... I mean, to get more detailed sculpts, I'm sure costs more money, I think, right? Of course it does. Of course it costs more money for more detailed sculpts. It has to. Take a look at this, though. I was going to show you guys... What the hell? Oh, display capture. All right. So I was going to show you guys this. I was working on this, right? I was working on an Evil Ryu, but it didn't get done. But with the Black Gi, I don't know. Does he have red eyes? I couldn't tell if he had red eyes or not, but I gave up halfway because as soon as I got right here, I saw these head sculpts over here, and I'm like, damn it, I'm not going to have time to do all this, but I was working on an Evil Ryu, and then, yeah, we gave up. Short but sweet. Darker skin, too? Oh, yeah, I would have to adjust that, too. Yeah, I forget it. He is a little bit more tan, isn't he? Jada already showed their Balrog? No? Yeah, they did. They did show Balrog. Let me see. Right here. Characters must be from the latest version of the game because they announced Balrog in the original version didn't have him. Characters must be from the late... Yeah. Oh. Storm has announced that they're doing Balrog, but they haven't shown off the Balrog yet. I would assume that would be a possibility over at New York Comic Con. By the way, guys, we got 20 people in here, 5 likes. The math ain't mathin'. Could you, some of you, preferably all of you, could hit the like button for me real quick. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Takes 2 seconds. But there was one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that was going to be... What's on this slideshow? I don't even know. There was one thing I was going to talk to you guys about, and it was the Entertainment Earth. We obviously talked about it last time on the stream, but fake fans, that's whatever. I mean, if you like it, great. If not, I don't care. That's whatever. The engagement is really all I need. But what would be too high for you guys to not want to collect Jada toys anymore? Because we've only seen one other figure come out since Comic-Con. And it's $32.99, and it's Cammy. Granted, it is a Player 2, like, special variant, but no extra effect pieces, purely just a color swap. And I wanted to know what your guys' thoughts. Is there a price that's too high? So let's just take Cammy. $32.99 out the door, plus shipping, is probably going to be pretty close to $40. Pretty close to $40, if not right there, right? So I wanted to know, and I'm just curious, because I don't know if that's the price moving forward. I don't know if Entertainment Earth set that price, but 32, not even 32. It's $32.99, which is technically 33. What are your guys' thoughts on that? $33, $32.99. If you saw these in store for $32.99, are you still in? Are you out? What price is where you say, okay, hold on? Because I think the main thing, meh, I bought two. Hey, that's fair. I mean, I'm not saying people aren't still willing to pay it. I'm saying at what point does the price get worth more than the figure? Because clearly we know that people said that the Spider-Man Maximum series was too expensive, but then everybody lied and it sold out a couple times over and now is sitting. But I'm just curious. Bobo, what up? Yo, Glover Dragon, or Glover Dragon, what up? This is what I call a nice Sunday night chill. Factual. $32.99 for the big boys doesn't bother me, but player 2 Cammy, nah. Yeah, see, that's the thing too. So we could definitely do that even. Should we do that? Should we see what it comes out to? I mean, it's a pre-order anyways. Let's just take a look. Why not? Let's go. I'm at Entertainment Earth anyways. Let's get this crap out of the way. So let's take a look. Pre-order cart. Check out. How much is this thing out the door? I don't know what the God damn it. Hold on. Do I have a sign? Okay, I do. Nobody look at my password. Bye. Alright. No one look at my password. Alright. Close. Let's take a look. Cammy. Wait. What? Delete. How much is this thing? Does anybody else see that price in the 48 okay, so $32.99 plus shipping, super saver my ass, $12.95 plus sales tax, $2.39, $48.33 for a Cammy. Yikes. Uh-oh. That's interesting. $48 for Cammy? Uh-oh. That just got... I sure hope that's not their new price. I'm gonna just say Entertainment Earth set that and like... Because if Super Saver shipping was $12.95, I mean, if you've ever shipped anything, not really even Super Saver, because I ship stuff from eBay all the time, and it's like $15 to ship a figure. So, I guess $3 off if that's a super save, I guess. But, I mean, I don't know. $48 for a Cammy is pretty insane. What trash company is charging $12 for shipping one item? That's a whole nother video, too. Like, where Entertainment Earth and, like, Big Bad Toy Store. Why do they call them Big Bad Workshop? Why do they say that? I hear a couple of people say that. Big Bad Workshop. Is that like a thing I'm not aware of? Is that like a diss to them? And I more speak to Laser Pants on that. A couple of his buddies call it Big Bad Workshop. What is that? Is that a thing? Is that like a slight diss towards them? Or they just don't call it by its name on purpose? Or... You guys do realize what it costs to ship things. Guaranteed they have insurance on it, considering our shipping companies suck. I mean, but why does Big Bad Toy Store get shipping for $4? Jada needs to continue. Well, Jada needs to continue, but I was asking you guys, like, what price is too much? Is $48 for player 2 Cammy too much? I don't know. For me, that's a little insane. Free shipping over $75? Yeah, that's a thing. Jada is not washed. Venom, you sound like Mars. You sound like the biggest Mountain Arts review fan right now. You're all about Storm. Nobody else exists. I told you their shipping is high. Dude, I don't buy from Entertainment Earth. I do not. I don't know if I've ever completed an order through them, in all honesty. I pre-order stuff through them as like a very... The only time I buy from Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, and Big Bad Toy Store is above Entertainment Earth in my opinion just because of their cheaper shipping, is when... well, first of all, they're the only one that has Storm licensing. So I have to... For my Double Up Club, I order my second Storm Arena figure through them. But I don't know that I've ever completed a figure purchase through Entertainment Earth. I charge my clients $25 fat for... Okay, can I read? Shit, I charge my clients $25 flat for regular shipping. What are you shipping, figures? Storm Collectibles is a grab money company. They only work 3 times for a year. They make hype and hype, but no releases. I'm so mad with that company. Dex. I don't think they're as slow as you think they are. And I've talked about this in past streams where they've had a really rough go for the last... For what their situation is, Storm used to pump out figures. They used to pump out like 15 a year between like recolors and new figures and things like that. But they got hit with COVID where everything shut down for 2 years. So that's 2020, 2021. They've really only had 2 clean years where 2022, 2023... and 4, I guess, is that... No, because we were still coming off COVID in 2022. So I'm really only going to count 2023 and 2024 as, like, 2 solid years of, like, normalicity. If that's not a word, now it is. And then 2025 has been the year of the tariffs. So, I mean, Storm at one point was... If you go back and look how many figures they've made over the last 10 years, it's over 100. So, I think they've just gotten hit with so many jabs at different angles. You got COVID on one hand, you got tariffs on the right hand. It's like they really haven't been able to get like a steady go consistently for like the last 5 years. So, when is Sagat Arena supposed to be shipped? I know my Yujiro Hanma just shipped. That's the next one. Baki is supposed to be right around the corner, by the way. Oh, by the way, I'm going to need everyone to really show up for Yujiro Hanma, by the way. By the way, BTW, I'm going to need everybody and their dog to show up for that review. Because that thing cost $85 out the door. And that's because I have to be one of the first guys to get it up. I've put my priority in covering Storm Arena and Jada, like being one of the first dudes outside of the dudes that get the free figures. So, I'm going to need everybody to really dig deep and hit a thumbs up a couple times and maybe some hype points to go with it on that video because, yeah. I can't keep doing that. I mean, granted, I got Baki coming up. I got Sagat coming up. So, yeah, I'm going to need everybody just, kind of pay attention for that video. And then just make sure that happens. But, yeah, expensive being a figure reviewer. I do agree with, I was watching that Jersey Maniac guy, one of his rants. I do agree with one thing. I mean, giving big influencers product has always been a thing. Even outside of figures, it's always been a thing. But one of the main things is they give the bigger reviewers that are already big the free stuff to get the exclusive, so it is really hard it's really, really hard for lower YouTubers to grow. That was one of the truest things he's ever said. Like, that's the hardest part, is like, you're giving the rich more riches, so they keep growing faster, and it's really hard for anybody. For me to get where I've been in this thing has been... I think it's gone better than probably a lot of people's. We grew pretty fast, but, for most people, YouTube sucks ass as far as growth. It's such a congested space on every single topic that's out there. It's insane. Pretty chill, bit less. Some of you guys are talking to each other, so I'm, reading conversations. I almost got the Baki, but not invested in that series since they announced Hajime... Alright, not even going to try to say that. For Storm, and they haven't shown that one. Who said that? Jersey Maniac. If you guys want to check him out, he's got a YouTube. He's growing. He's on with 3 POA Laser Pants pretty consistently. I didn't see him he was in the chat this last stream, but I didn't see him like on the video or anything. My dream will come true. Venom, they announced the line, but not the scale. Wait, what? I don't know what that one's about. But, yeah. So, I mean, assuming, let's just say that's the new norm. $32.99. Oh, by the way, I'm not seeing any. I mean, that was one of the main things also that was in the pro column for Jada. Is that they were consistently at Target. I haven't gotten a new shipment of Jada's at my Targets. And I say Targets as like I check them all pretty consistently. I really don't toy hunt anymore, guys. Is anyone else not doing that anymore? I don't toy hunt anymore. 1, I never find shit. 2, it's just a dying thing. It's like the pre-order is like all that you need now. It's pre-order or bust. Like, it's cool if you find it in the store, but by the time you find it in the store, your pre-order's probably already satisfied. It's like, I feel like the days of going out on a toy hunt is just not a thing anymore. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, Laser Pan. I mean, I saw today that my Target, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the red Chun-Li sits on shelves at my Target. And Blue Guile was a thing of, like, striking gold. Because I saw Blue Guile once, I bought him up, and I haven't seen him since. And I've not seen Sagat, Blanca. I've seen 1 Green Guile once. The figure I've probably seen the most of, like, the most recent as Dalsim and M. Bison was showing up fairly consistently. Like, I saw it, like, 2 or 3 times in store. But other than that, I haven't seen Cammy in store. I seen Guile once, and that's blue and green, once per each. So, I know that was, like, a big thing. Like that, oh, Jada's in Target, and you could go to the supermarket and pick up a Jada. It's like, no, you can't, because they're not even showing up. You bring up an interesting sentiment about going out and hunting. For people complaining about a $40 figure being shipped directly, what's the cost of taking the time and gas and going to a store? That's the thing, too, but that's assuming you find something, though, Spec, because I could go hunting all day and spend all that gas and time and not find shit. So, I mean, $40, I'm not complaining about $40. I mean, to me, a figure is worth what you're willing to pay. There are some figures, I mean, it doesn't matter. Storm Arena could probably go up to $60, and I'd be upset, but I'd probably still pay it. Jada, I'm like, $40 would probably be the cutoff, and even then, I'm like, I don't know that I'm buying every character now. So it's like, I don't know. A figure's only worth what you guys are willing to spend on it. They are showing up at Walmart's too. I've only seen Wave 1 and M. Bison. So, I mean, the fact that, I mean, that's cool, but, and they're super expensive. They're $30 for Ryu and Chun-Li and Fei Long at Walmart. You can get them on Amazon for $25. So, I mean, that's cool they're at Walmart, but it's not the ones anybody wants. It's the ones that came out like 3 years ago. Targets near me had Jada Street Fighter figures. Did not seem to have them anymore. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, what happened there? Walmart Canada only got Wave 1. Same with most of my Targets. I saw one random M. Bison one time, but that was it. You might not even find shit. Exactly. That's why it's like so different. That's the whole thing. No one needs any of it. Why complain? I'm not really complaining. Is it a complaint? I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like it is complaining. I feel like it more is like constructive criticism. And I'm not one of those guys that is like unrealistic about pricing, right? I'm not sitting there being like, oh my god, Hasbro went up $2. That's it for me. That's where I'm hopping off. It went from 25 to 27. It's like, I mean, I'm not happy about it, but there will be still Marvel Legends that I buy. It's like, I get it. Oh, you didn't mean me specifically. Okay. All right. Well, there's that. So we've talked about Storm Arena and their exclusives. I know they're going to be there, but I don't know if they're going to have an exclusive. I'm hoping they are. $60, $70 would be the limit on Arena, in my opinion. See, 70 is like, I mean, shit, I say that. I just paid 81 for Yujiro Hanma, but I did that more for the YouTube more than I did. Like, if I saw, like, if I wasn't a content creator, would I spend $60 on Yujiro? I think 60, 65. I think 70 is way too close to, like, their traditional collectibles line cost that I'm like, I might have to be out. Or at least I wouldn't collect everybody. I'm selling my whole collection. $2 is unacceptable. That's what I'm, dude. I saw a lot of rant videos about Hasbro going up in price. Is Akuma on an exclusive figure? No. He's supposed to be just general release. Shin Akuma, maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to find... Ooh, 11 likes. Could we get to 15 likes? We're close. I'd like to see a couple more likes if possible. Off topic, but did you... Off topic, but did you I'm assuming buy that Street Fighter 6 Shin Akuma figure? Is that one from the third-party company that I saw that had, like, the neck beard and, like, the flower hair and things like that? Is that what you're referring to? From, like, that third party? Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I see it here. I forgot who made it. I do not see it. I can't find it. I wonder if it's on. Lion Hair Akuma is an L for me. I don't know. There are some pictures where I'm like, it's not that bad. And then there's the picture where it shows his head on a bunch of flowers. And I'm like, oh, God. Oh, it's this one right here. Oh, no. No, it's not. I don't know who makes that. Is it under 5K Toys? Who makes that? Featured pre-order. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. No, but I think I know what you're talking about. And no, I didn't end up buying it. Made by Egg Toys. Egg Toys? I've never even heard of them. Oh, here it is. I don't know. This thing doesn't even look like the greatest. I don't know, man. That stomach looking weird as hell. Right? Like it's all wrinkly, saggy looking. I don't know. I mean, how much is this thing? It doesn't have a price. I don't know, man. No. Oh, okay. There's different torsos. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird looking. I think I'd pass on this, to be honest. I don't really like the style of the body. I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about the sculpt that I'm like, something about that sculpt that I'm just not vibing with. Old man Akuma. Well, it's old man Akuma. God, man, they really got that wrinkly skin a little too accurate then. I mean, Storm never did a classic Player One Vega action figure. What do you think about that? I mean, I think Storm Collectibles, as far as that scaling, is really just should. I mean, if I were Storm, I would just say they're making 1 or 2 or 3 a year. I don't know if it's even worth it for them anymore. To be honest, I don't know where it's at. If I was judging the temperature in the room, I would honestly maybe put out. I mean, they don't even have to. I think people would just know that they're not making them anymore after a while. But I would maybe say, it's time that we step away from that scale, and that collectibles as a whole is, because their company name is Storm Collectibles, but that scale, I think they could just ultimately discontinue. They got, decently, in Street Fighter Ultra 2, they didn't create Vega, Cammy, Chun-Li, E-Honda, Akuma, and, am I missing anyone? Dhalsim. I think that's it, right? They still have a long way to go for Street Fighter Ultra 2, so it's like, I don't know if it's even worth it for them. Not trying to mess the flow, but did anybody watch the Long Walk movie that just came out? I watched it in the cinema 3 hours ago. Awesome film. I saw a lot of reviews on it. I don't get to the cinema as much as I'd like to. One, because I hate punk-ass kids that are always sitting there with their phones, and they're loud as hell, and it takes everything in my freaking being not to go and beat their ass. One, because of jail time. I can't go back to jail. I never have. I never will. You'll never make me go back. But yeah, I'm the old grumpy guy now. I don't want to go to I don't want to go to a movie anymore. I'd rather go to the movies just to buy their popcorn and then watch something else at home. I'm not going to lie. I'd rather go to the movies just to buy the popcorn and then leave the movies. Yep, that's me. I'm never going back to jail. You can't make me. Anyways, but yeah. And I don't know. I mean, what is your guys' interest? Look at Fighting Girl Lee Quinhan. All right. Hold on. And I did want to ask you guys about... All right, we're not watching a video, but... I wanted to ask you guys about McFarlane. They announced Batman Returns line today. I've been super excited for that particular line that they're doing, and really only that. There's only a few things that I'm like even paying attention at McFarlane anymore. Is their Bane figure, because the Mafex one was way too small. And their Batman Returns figures. So, okay, dude, I can't find this Fighting Girl Lee. I can only find like a YouTube video with a thumbnail about it. Storm Collectibles Street Fighter 2 line still has Cammy, DJ, Dhalsim. Oh, I forgot about DJ. Akuma, Chun-Li, and Vega to do. So not impossible for them to complete it. God. Yeah, but that's so many characters, and it's like they could probably bust out like 3 arena figures to their 1 Storm Collectibles figure. If only McFarlane put decent effort into the MK line, yeah. I mean, I know you guys don't really give a shit about, or I don't know, maybe some of you guys do, but I was looking at these and that was like, a lot of them look really good. Granted, I don't need them to scale with anything. They're kind of just going to be their own thing, but like, not that. Like, that looks really good, and I really like the soft goods coat. Like, I might have to buy 2 of this. It looks really good. And they have other ones, too. Like, I don't know about the Batman. Like, I don't know. That's a weird sculpt thing that they got going on there, but that doesn't look bad. Like, I'll take that, and it's a soft wire. I don't know if it's a wire, but it's a soft cape. And then the Catwoman looks pretty damn good. Looking real good, actually. She's going to be hard to find because everyone loves this Catwoman for some reason. And then this is the red platinum variant Christopher Walken figure, which I don't need to have. I'm glad it's the red platinum variant compared to one of the other ones, because I don't know that I'd even buy this figure if it were a normal figure, let alone the red variant that's pretty hard to find. So that'll be September 19th at GameStop, and then I think these other ones are going to be Target, but man, and we're still I think that the last one is that penguin with there's a penguin with his duck mobile that I think is showing up there, but damn, man, that head sculpt is pretty damn lit. I'm not gonna lie. Forget the articulation on this. I don't even know what kind of pose you'd want him doing, but man, that thing looks pretty freaking crazy for what it is. I know we usually don't talk McFarlane, but that's one of the best things that I've seen him do in a while. Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't do that with Mortal Kombat. It's Quinn Lee. Okay. Storm Collectibles has a classic outfit on the Street Fighter V Chun-Li. Yeah, I knew that, but and E Honda, so that would work with the Ultra Street Fighter figures, but they weren't officially licensed as Street Fighter Ultra 2, so I don't count it. Even though I know what you're saying, and I would technically count that, but it's not like the officially branded Ultra, so they haven't really done it. The LPZZ Catwoman, dude, how often do they release figures? They drop 2 like, I know about the is LPZZ in art? No, it's not, right? 1 second. All right, sorry about that. No 2 different companies? Okay. But yeah, where are we at? What was it name? What was the name again? Quinn Lee. No. I don't know what that is. Hold on. I don't know. It just doesn't really look like Chun-Li to me. Like, it does, but at the same time, it's like... Oh, God, you can take her top off. I don't know. It's just something about it that's like, that's cool. Like that, if that goes along with the Quinley, then that looks great. I'm into that, but this other one with like the tube top. Trying to find, I typed in Quinley. It's the only thing that's popping up. Let's go over to Big Bad. Oh, not much for pictures, huh? Oh, it doesn't come with that. Okay, so maybe they're making like a, I don't know. I would not buy this figure by its, like, if it was just this, I would not buy this figure. It doesn't, I don't know. For me, this is not my Chun-Li. There's something about it. I'm not vibing. There's 2 top options. I didn't see another top option. Sakura, Jada, or Storm. Dude, Jada's not showing any Alpha 3 until next Comic-Con. So, if anybody, it would probably be Storm first. Fan service Chun-Li. There's a YouTube video. I think I saw the YouTube video. Where is it? I mean, these are all the pictures we've already seen. Oh, okay. There's a promotional bundle where you can get the alpha version pretty much. Okay. So that's what it is. It's a promotional bundle. Here's the deluxe option. Alright. I think they sell parts to mod it into Chun-Li. Yeah, this Quinley's business is not for me. Yeah, I'm not into it either. Any pre-orders for these figures? Which one, Angel? Yeah, the ones you're seeing on the screen? No. That's another concern. It's like, Jada's not going to New York Comic Con. So we can't ask June where the hell these pre-orders are. It's getting near towards the end. We're at the midway point of September. If we don't see... have I seen the LPZC Arkham Batman? I did. That thing's lit. Crazy. I can't believe I just said lit. Alright. But, see, this is where I feel like I need a face cam, because it's like, you guys don't want to sit here and stare at the pictures forever. Ugh, I'll do a face cam soon. I mean, I could technically do it now, but I don't have my lighting set up or anything. But I don't know that I ever saw anyone answer the question, how much for Jada figures are you tapping out? If you guys, I don't know, for those that weren't here before, if we go to Entertainment Earth and we try and check out, because let's just say you wanted this exclusive, right? For those that weren't here before, we'll go back. If you guys wanted Cammy right now, out the door, the total comes to $48.33. So damn near $50 for a Cammy with no additional effect pieces, nothing new figure-wise, articulation. Literally the only thing different about this Cammy than the one you currently have is that it's got a silver sheen spandex, costume, and then the pink and beret and the pink gloves. And maybe, I'm assuming pink boots? No, not pink boots. Dark navy boots with pink socks. So, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, where's your guys' tapping point? I think man for Jada is $40. So, Star Screamer, say, where do you usually buy your Jada? If the big boys go over 40 with shipping, I might leave Jada. Well, of course they're going to, Eduardo. You just saw Cammy go over 40 for with shipping, and she's not a big boy. Anything above 25 is insane. Well, we already know it's above. There are no figures for. Did I just see SH Figure Arts Ryu for $85? Yeah, maybe. Let me see. Where? On Entertainment Earth? Oh, yeah, you did. $86.99. So out the door. Let's forget Cammy. $93 for SH Figure Arts Ryu. Free Super Saver shipping because it's over $75. But $6 sales tax, $93.30 for SH Figure Art Ryu. That's insane. Oh, sorry. Fortunately, I have to get this Cammy. It's the collector in me for 6-inch Street Fighter. $50, Glover. That's crazy. But hey, it's each their own. The Wu-Tang Batman. What's up, Richie? Not feeling the Quinn Lee at all. I think Jada is shook by Arena Alpha. They either need to challenge head on or move on to another Street Fighter game. I said they should move on to another Street Fighter game. I did. Stone Capybara. Nice for you to join us, Mr. I'm going to be there. And you're like 50 minutes into the stream now showing up. All right, Stone. I see where your priorities are. I see where they're at. Just kidding. I had to give him crap, though. I don't buy from Entertainment Earth. The shipping is insane. Facts. YouTubers, the best of the best Lynn action figure reviewers. Thank you, Megas. I'm sure I massacred that, by the way. I'm sorry. That's it. Why don't I? Oh, no thanks. That is why I don't shop at Entertainment Earth. There's a new figure. It's Ryu? I don't think so. Unless, is that Street Fighter 6 Ryu that I saw? That might be one. I do art commissions. I had to paint while okay. Fair enough. I didn't know you do art commissions. That's pretty cool. In the U.S., I've been buying them from Target. Vega from Big Bad Toy Store. When back UK, I bought from Smith's Toys. That's another thing, though. I haven't even seen Target get new Street Fighter in a long time. Like, my Target, at least if they did, I never saw them there. I haven't even seen Sagat or Blanca at Target. Don't do a face reveal, Richie. I like imagining you as an anime protagonist. All right. I apparently should no longer be doing. I had someone say, your reviews suck, but your commentary is fire. I was like, oh, thanks, I guess. So I don't know. Should I no longer do reviews and just do the news videos? Because I could do that. I know my reviews are not like the greatest. They're super long and like the camera angles are kind of weird. But that was me. Yeah, see? The reviews suck, but the commentary is fire. And I also now have a different take on the Wolverine. I think I was focused at that point too much on the height, where I didn't even realize, like, I think a majority of people were talking about, like, the bulkiness of, like, the legs and the thickness of the arms and all that stuff, like, the whole figure as a whole. And that's probably accurate. Like, he is probably too big for, like, your comic line and stuff like that. But as far as, like, the Gamerverse, He fits I love that. Reviews don't have any nice nature backgrounds. Well, I'm not a nature reviewer. You go to Mars for nature reviews. I'm not going out there. Dude, one thing I do give Mars shit all the time for, though, because he'll always say, oh, no, it's getting too cold out here. Oh, no, it's starting to rain. I got to wrap this review up. It's like, no, you chose nature review. You have to weather the elements. You don't get to say, oh, it's too windy. I can't do this. You chose nature review. You have to do it. Fake nature review for quitting because it got rainy. I always give that. It was sarcasm. Oh, well. You can't sit there and say, oh, guys, it's about to rain. I got to wrap this thing up. No, you got to do it in the rain. That's what you signed up for. That's a nature review. It's unpredictable. There's a reason why I didn't do a nature review, because I took that shit into consideration. You chose nature reviews. You have to weather the elements. I want you fully bundled out. Get some ski goggles on. I don't care. You chose the nature review. That's what you chose. You have to stick with it. He's got to stick to the gimmick. You have to. I don't want to hear it's too cold. Put a jacket on. Figure reviews during the tornadoes, or we ain't interested. That's what I don't even think he lives in a spot where he gets tornadoes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's going to rain, that adds to the review. I'm interested. Now I'm even more interested that it's raining. I want to see how the figure performs in the rain. I mean, Ryu and Sagat fought in a storm on the move. That's what I'm saying. Get a jacket on. Damn it. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to hear it's too cold. I heard that. I literally, and those aren't even like made up excuses. There were 3 videos where 1, it was too windy. 1, a storm was coming in. And then 2, the second one was it was actually starting to rain. And I said, come on, man. You can't be mentioning that shit in the reviews. You're the nature review guy. I don't want to hear about how the nature is becoming too big of a problem. It's ruining the review. It's taking me out. You should do a bar review. What do you mean a bar review? Like go to bars? He should just do B-roll of the figures in nature and add a voiceover. No. See, he said that, and I said, that's not a real nature review. A real nature review is him in the nature with the figure. I could go outside and take photos of my figures in the nature. That's not a nature review. That's me taking pictures in nature. That's not a review. And I'm not for that. That's a fake nature review. I'm not for that. I told him, no. No pictures, no voiceover. You have to be out there in the nature with the elements. Putting the storm in Storm Arena. That's what he does. He signed up. And do your figure review on the bar with a beer mugs? What? That's like a whole different channel. I would have to start a whole different thing. I can't just be like, oh, here's my Wolverine figure review. Oh, by the way, here's Hoppers over out on 86th Street. We're going to do a quick beer review. That's like a whole nother channel. Campfire and everything. Factual. That's a photo of op in nature. Factual. Bar review sounds kind of cool. I'm not doing a bar review. It's not my channel. I have to create Richie's Bars. What? Richie Bar Reviews. That's not this channel. You didn't sign up for bar reviews. It's not what we're doing. That's not what we're about. Richie Suds. Well, that could be a thing. I'm not going to bar. Why are we talking about this? I'm not doing bar reviews. Car shop? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about something that I can't afford. A car shop. Richie's Bars? No, that sounds... We're not doing bar reviews. Why are we talking about this? All right, I'm out. I'm done. I'm backing out of the bar reviews. I'm retiring bar reviews as before it even starts. I'm not going into a bar. I'm gonna get knocked out by some dude. Look at this idiot trying to do a bar review. I'm not doing it. Get me out. Opening figures while ordering shots. There we go. Yeah, imagine that. This dude's got his dolls at the bar. Get him. You're right. That's what they would say, too. And then I'll have to be like, they're not dolls. They're action figures, bitch. And then it's a whole brawl. And then I get kicked out. And then, ugh. I just can't. I can't do it. It's just not going to work, folks. It's not. We're over it. We're moving on. All right, anyways. By the way, what was I was going to mention something about Storm Arena. Just put a Budweiser on the review table, I guess. But that's not really a bar review. That's just a can of Budweiser on the review table. I'm here late, so how much is the Player 2 Cammy White going to cost and where can I get it? Alan, I have no problem showing you where you can get this. So Cammy is at Entertainment Earth. Right now, if you want to get Cammy, right here, pre-order, add to cart. We're going to check out. We're going to get rid of Ryu. Out the door, $32.99, $12.95 shipping, $2.39 tax, $48.33, and this is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. So you're not going to find this anywhere else other than, like, maybe an AliExpress vendor gets it, or, like, maybe a one-off random comic shop or something like that. But if you want to get this thing, it's $48. That's nuts. And all it is literally just a color swap. No additional effect pieces, no new articulation. Same green cami, now in silver and pink for $48. I don't know. That's an expensive cami, folks. That is an expensive cami. Yeah. Yo, do you think June is sick and tired of putting himself in front of Jada's spokesperson? I don't think so. Cause he likes it. I think there's a big elephant in the room with the Storm Arena shit that he's probably uncomfortable with, but I don't think he hates what he does. Finally got my Vegas Sagat and Cammy a couple days ago in Scotland after pre-ordering like last year. Painted Vega's dodgy left brow looks much better instantly. Nice. Well, that's cool. Glad you finally got those. Just need the Gamerverse Juggernaut to ship, and I'm set with my Marvel vs. Capcom display. Nice. Yeah, that's the next big one, Juggy. Juggy coming out. My Amazon one says I'm not getting it till October, I think. At the Bar is crazy. Factual. June better have something amazing to tell us when the next see him. Dude, I don't even know when that's supposed to be. I would assume that Jada's probably not hitting. Are there any other big cons that Storm/Jada could show up at outside of New York Comic Con? Like, that's October. Is there anything else that they could potentially show up at? Nerdzoic had Cammy Player 2, but sold out now. Really? I wonder if Nerdzoic. That guy abandoned his YouTube channel. They call it Big Nerdy. Nerdzoic. Let's see how much he was selling Cammy for. Cammy. $32.99. And you can still pre-order it. Let's see how much it is at Big Nerdy's. Not that. Check this out. So, not to mention, if Player 2 Cammy is not coming till November, when is E-Honda, Akuma, and freaking Balrog supposed to arrive? I don't think we're getting those figures this year. I really don't, guys. Because if Cammy is not supposed to ship, and she's just a repaint, we're talking brand new figures, when are those other guys supposed to show up? $32.99. Let's check out. Oh, God. I have to log in. Confirm it's me. Shop. Let me see if this will... Let's see. Let's take a look here, folks. Out the door for Cammy, $32.99. Shipping, $42, $9.31 shipping. Is that... Where's the tax? Does he not charge tax? There's got to be tax. Continue to payment plan. Jesus. Okay, hold on. Oh no! That's crazy. Cody Rich? Yeah. Besides never seeing your face, nobody's ever seen a collection tour of your man cave. And by all the way, will you ever show us your man cave tour? I don't know. My man cave is not really a man cave. It's like, I don't really have, like, the elaborate thing that everybody else has. Man cave, please. Factual. I mean, a lot of my figures, the only figures I currently have up at the moment are bootleg Zangief. My other one's in storage. Dude, like, 95% of my collection is in storage. I have Ken, Ryu, Storm Arena. I have all the Jada stuff. And then right now I currently have Wolverine and Silver Samurai. So it would be a short video, to say the least. Typical reviewer. Dude, you gotta blank your info out, man. That's fine. You saw my address. I already told you I lived in Utah. I don't care. You guys now know my name's Cody and my last name. That's fine. I don't really care. Did you already sell your Sagat Player 2 from Storm on eBay? I did, Alan. Can we mail you stuff? If you want to mail me stuff, sure. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't know what you guys... I guess you guys could sign me up for magazines or something like that, I guess, with the address, but... Yeah, I don't really care about stuff like that. I'm not really worried about it. I should be, but I'm not. So, how much did it go for? Dude, I think it sold for like $280 or something like that. Is what it ended up selling for, like $285. So it was pretty crazy. But that being said, so we talked. What did we talk? We talked everything. I talked Storm Arena. Did you make a profit? If I did, it was really small because I paid like $250 for that figure. I don't think so. I might have just... I think I ultimately just broke even on it. Just got my money back, which I'm fine with. Because I was actually nervous that I was going to take a big hit, so. You like the Chun-Li better than the... I have a picture of that. We can take a look at them. Which one do you guys like better? Where are the Darkstalker figures? That's the only thing I've been like... The only thing I'm like, hey, Storm Arena, where's your Darkstalker figures? Like, they're right there in color. I feel like those pre-orders gotta be coming, like... Mars seems to think those are coming in Halloween time, because they're, like, spooky characters, I guess, but... Which one do you guys like better? Why does, like... Jada's looks like it kind of belongs in the Pokemon world. Like Ash Ketchum, Misty, and all them. And then the one on the left looks more like an actual anime. I don't know, yeah. I changed my mind. Oh, Jada's body's better? Granted, you gotta realize that the lighting is different on these too. She's got a big old... The only thing that I'm noticing... Darkstalkers is niche, even the fighting community, but I don't want that. Felicia. I do have Storm Collectibles exclusive SDCC poster with white Sagat and blue Guile on it. That's pretty cool. Jada's face needs better work, but I like the body. I mean, granted, this is like Jada. This is like stage 1 of Jada's figure. I'm not counting this at all. Like, that's the main thing. It's like early stage 1 prototype for Jada. Like, this is not gonna what it's probably gonna be even close to what it looks like in the end. This is like they probably just barely got it done in time to even get it to San Diego. So the fact that they were bold enough to even put it out there, like, you gotta give it that. Like, this is not final product. I think everybody sees it and like, ugh, gross. Like, that's it. No, that's not it. Like, they're for sure gonna fix a lot with this figure. So I wish her hair wasn't red. I mean, that also could be lighting, but both look rough. Well, these are both prototypes. So, I mean, I don't think... I mean, we haven't even seen a Cammy pre-order yet. I bet she's scheduled for Q2. So, sorry. But yeah. Rough prototypes, for sure. I'm thinking of buying Black Hole, TK Customs, Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyan, SSJ, Majin Vegeta, the battle damage one. Nice. I think that'd be a good purchase. I can't imagine it's long till we see an updated Storm Chun-Li. I don't think it's long at all. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if the pre-order for Storm for Darkstalkers or this Chun-Li will probably go up this week. You remind me of Dr. Claw in the Inspector Gadget. Dr. Claw spoke, but we never showed his face. I said I'd show my face. I have no problem showing my face. Can we talk about the delayed Street Fighter 6 Zangief? What the I've been waiting and waiting. Wait, the one from Storm? Did Toy Shiz ever see it show his face? I don't know. When is that one even supposed to... Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but, they finally did this. I don't know if I'm gonna do a review on it, because I don't know. I'm just not interested. I don't want to hold on to these either, but I want you guys to look at something. Check this out. They are now starting to make bootleg $20 Guile, Ken, and Ryu Storm collectible figures. For $20. And this guy. And this guy. I don't know why they're bootlegging this guy. This guy's not even expensive. But Guile, Ryu, but they didn't look that good when I saw them. They did not look that good. But yeah, 30, 25, I don't know. The Guile did not look particularly good. I don't know. But they are making Guile, Ken, and Ryu in the bootleg Storm figures, if you guys were interested in that. I was gonna make a video, but I didn't know. What site is that? It's AliExpress. Your bro paid $100 for that Ryu and Ken? Well, now he can sell them. They look like Jada figures. They definitely don't look like Jada figures. Too late for me now. Hundreds. Well, he can sell them now and get the bootleg ones if he wants. If Jada continues with Alpha 3, both Jada and Storm will lose money. Jada needs to let Storm have Alpha 3. Why would they lose money? There's a lot of people out there that I think collect both. I don't know if that they'd lose money. I think there'd be a lot of people that kind of collect both, but that would leave Storm with only Alpha 3. Those look pretty good, but the pictures can be edited. That's not the pictures of them by any means. I don't want you guys to... If they looked like that, I would buy them. That is not the picture. These are Storm pictures. See how it says Storm? This is not the bootleg. These are all, like, just pictures of, like, what the representation will be. That is not what they look like. Hold on. Let me see if I can find what they actually look like. If they looked like that, I would have bought 3 of them each. That is not what they look. That is not what they look like. Let me see if I can find it. This is AliExpress, by the way. Ah, here we go. This is a better picture. Like, that's what it looks like. And I don't know what you guys... Like, it looks okay, but look at the chest. That chest is looking pretty... That's what it looks like. I mean, the head sculpts aren't that bad, but that body chest with that green... and then Ryu. Ryu looks okay, I guess. But again... I don't know. You guys can form your own opinions. I'll see what you guys are saying here in a second, but... and then, yeah, Guile... I thought Guile looked really rough. Especially his chest and stomach area. And then he's got, like, this mascara around his eyes. I don't know. Where's Ken? Ken actually probably looks the best out of all of them. I'm not gonna lie, like, this Ken looks fine to me. I'd probably be down for a Ken. Ken definitely looks the best, in my opinion, out of the 3. But yeah, you guys were seeing, like, those other action figures, and we're like, wow, those look great. No, they don't look that great. But you're paying, like, a quarter of the price. No paint. Yeah, no paint. The bootleg Zangief actually looks really good. I like the bootleg Zangief. Yeah, it does look like Jada and Storm in one figure. It's kind of still expensive for what the actual product looks like. I think you can find them as cheap as like $20, but... And those are the best examples, factual. Your oldest daughter and your youngest son live in Utah? That's fire. Hopefully they like it. Outside of what happened this last week, it got a little crazy, but... Ken looks alright, but it still lacks shading on the gi. Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing, is the shading is just not there. I know I'm late, but speaking on Entertainment Earth Jada Toys Cammy exclusive, that shit was like over 50 shipped from Cali to Chicago. Yeah, Jake, it was nuts. So that's why I was trying to talk to, like, did Jada just price themselves out? Like, I was trying to ask people, like, what price are you willing to pay for standard Jada figures? Because if that Cammy is just a representation of, like, a standard figure, what are the new deluxe like, all the next figures coming up for Jada are mostly deluxe figures. E-Honda is a deluxe figure, so it's going to get deluxe pricing, like the Sagat and Blanca. I think Balrog is standard, but Akuma, I think, is standard as well, but I definitely think, like, Zangief, T-Hawk, E-Honda are all going to be deluxe. Factual, Alan. Depends on how big the figures are. It's exclusive, so no choice. Factual. 40 max on Jada with shipping included. It's going to be tough to find that anywhere now. I mean, you'd best bet you're really only going to have a chance if you can find some of this stuff retail. And that seems to be getting tougher and tougher. Bootlegs are just training for action figure makers, painters, and then when they graduate, they move on to the non-bootlegs. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, or stand-ins until, I mean, the reason, I mean, Guile, Ryu, and Ken make sense. Like, if you have a Storm Collectibles collection, all three of those figures alone, like, if you were to buy those, they all go for $150. I think Guile almost goes for $180 now. To get that figure is pretty nuts. So, like, they could be good fill-ins until you, like, decide to pull the trigger on the $200 figure. Well, Jada said the white Ken was entertainment last year, and then it turned up on other sites and places, so never know. I mean, it's still going to show up at other spots, but still, like, who's that company we just looked at? Nerdzoic was, I mean, that's not Entertainment Earth, but they had the exclusive, and they were still selling it for $32.99. I think with tax and everything, it came out to $43. You can still get Vega and Sagat from Big Bad Toy Store under $40 with shipping, as far as I know. Let's take a look. We can always just take a look. Let me make sure my... Hold on. How much is Sagat? $34.99. Add to cart. Check out. Hold on. Before we... Let me make sure. 1 second here. Let me see. See, it's better on Big Bad Toy Store for sure. So, if you take a look over here, Big Bad Toy Store. So, $34.99, shipping's $4, and then $2 tax, $41. That's not, I mean, it's over $40, but that's the deluxe figure. So, I mean, it'd be a lot better. I think Cammy is probably around $36. Well, I don't know. It's tough. This is old pricing, so... Or I consider to be old pricing. This was before they announced the new stuff, so... Interesting. 70 quid. I bought a Naruto action figure for $70, so I ain't judging nobody. Factual. Yo, Hustle, what up? Flat rate shipping, so it don't hurt as much when you bundle. Factual. All the prices are going up. Yeah, they are, unfortunately. But I'm curious. I wonder, I don't know. Again, I don't know how many of you guys are actually interested in the McFarlane stuff. But one thing I did see, just to go back to this real quick for 2 seconds. This says theatrical, deluxe theatrical edition. That sounds expensive. That sounds like a $35 or $40 figure. Deluxe theatrical edition. But if anything, the one I'm really trying to get is this one for sure. Again, McFarlane, it's its own thing. It'll be a one-off. I'm not trying to mix it in with any of my Jada or Storm stuff, but I do like this movie a lot, so I definitely want, like, I don't think they've ever made this figure in, like, a 6 or 7 inch. Maybe they have, and it was a long time ago. I know NECA made, like, a big version of this, like a 12-inch one, but I don't know if they ever got, like, a smaller scale edition, so I'd be in on that. Couldn't pay me. I mean, you can't deny that looks pretty good, though. This is the best. McFarlane loves using soft goods. I mean, yeah. This chat is the best. This chat goes off the rails, and I'm here for it. But that's it, folks. That's a Sunday nighter right there. We're going to have to call it. Sagat's barely over 40, factual. But I appreciate you guys hanging out as well. I hope I have enough if I don't have enough topics, I can't do a stream every week, but if we can figure out enough things to talk about, then we can definitely do one every week. It's just, yeah. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I will see you guys on the next video. Should be coming up soon. And when that Yujiro Hanma video, I'm going to really need you guys on that one. So make sure you guys keep it out for that one. I love you all. We'll see you later. Richie Figs. Later. 9, 8.